Hello, and welcome back to art class. Today we are going to be focusing on working with two types of shapes. As you can see here, one of them is going to be called geometric shapes. This is a shape. These are the shapes that you kind of learn basically from kindergarten. What you can do is, you know, it's a geometric shape. Basically, if it has a name. So you learned circle, then you learned triangle, then you learned this is an octagon. Okay, it's like a stop sign. This is a diamond or a rhombus, depending on which way you're looking at. Rectangle, trapezoid. Technically, these two are not geometric shapes. They're geometric forms. Forms are 3D objects. So that would be a cube and that would be a cylinder. Okay? It's not a very hard thing. I mean, you guys learned this basically in kindergarten. It's just a category of shapes. Okay, so basically if it has a name, it's probably a geometric shape. All right, now the other type of shape that you need to be aware of are the organic shapes. Organic shapes are irregular shapes. Most people think of them as this kind of shape here, but realistically, you know, like a shape of a foot, the tree here, a hand, these are all organic type shapes. They don't really have an exact basic shape like these do. Okay? It's not something you would learn right away in kindergarten. Okay? They might be symmetrical, like this one's symmetrical, it's the same on both sides, but it's not technically a geometric shape. And we are going to be using these two things to make a very simple picture today. This is going to be a 2-week project. This first part's pretty easy. There's not anything real difficult. The part that's going to take a while to do is finding your objects. Okay, so you're going to have to go around your house and you're going to find it. You're going to need 3 different geometric shapes. Okay, so I went ahead and looked around for my house. I am going to use a cup. All right, so I got a circle. That's what I'm going to be tracing for my circle. That's one of them. I have my square, which is going to be these Legos Duplos put together, and they make a square. And then I found a box that would be a good shape for a rectangle. Okay? If you wanted a triangle, maybe if you have wrapped cheese that is in the shape of a triangle, some cheese comes in triangles. Doritos, if it's a flat Dorito, you could actually probably use that to trace as a triangle. There's different things. You just kind of look around your house. You might find something in your bathroom. I went to my kitchen and, you know, in the garbage that I had just to find some different things. Okay, you want 3 of them. I will let you do 4 if you want. And just before somebody asks, a heart is technically still a geometric shape. So a heart is geometric. A crescent moon, that half moon shape, is a geometric shape. Okay, a semicircle, so half circle, is a geometric shape. So there's still lots of shapes to use that you might have floating around your house. So let's go ahead and get started here. What's going to happen here is you're just going to trace them. You're going to find some different spots. I have, because I'm going to go with slightly bigger pieces, going to trace. And we're going to be doing this just in pencil today. So that's all we need. There's my circle. I want to do, yeah, I think that'll look good right there. I think. Oh, I think it'll look better right here. So here's my square. And then my rectangle. Okay. Next, this is the part, it's not super hard, but you got to watch what you're doing. This next part is creating an organic line. So one of these kind of wiggly type lines. And as you're drawing it, you're going to need to be super careful. This is the part where people make mistakes. People do this part just fine. This is what needs to happen. When you're drawing this line, you're going to go around, make this wobbly line. two things you gotta do. Watch out you don't trap yourself in a corner where you can't get out. And two, you're not allowed to crisscross your line. You can go over inside your shapes, but you can't crisscross your line. This is what I mean. I'll flip this over and show you. So if I start my line, you're gonna start on the side, and I'm wiggling around like this. And let's say I'm not paying attention and I'm going over here, and all of a sudden now I kind of can't go anywhere. I got all this space I'm supposed to fill. I'm not allowed to do this. I can't cross a line like that because it will ruin the design once we're going. So the line can never touch itself. If you ever played a game that's like called Sammy the Snake, it's on a computer, you're never allowed to basically eat yourself. So you can't do that. Does that make sense? Okay. All right, so I am going to start mine. Let's see. I'm going to start over here near the corner. And I'm just going to kind of snake myself around. And notice I am leaving a bit of space. I'm not getting really close. That way I know I won't get trapped. I'm also trying to avoid doing any sharp edges. Now I got really close there, but I did not actually touch it. And then I'm going to end on this side. Okay? And then what I want you to do, just to make sure that you did it correctly, have your parents use their finger to trace the line, and just make sure that you didn't accidentally go over and crisscross somewhere. Okay, so you want to make sure you have your parents kind of double check that. It'll help out when we do the coloring next week. Okay, so what I need you to do is once you're done with your tracing, and then you're doing your organic line, then you're going to snap a photo of it, upload it like we have in the past, and then I will see you next week.